What's up? With a freestyle on HamiltonRadio.net. I'm Ralph the Ryan, also known as DJ Noise. My right hand man on my left, Mr. Funny Man, Mr. Billy Kid. How was your weekend? How was your Mother's Day? How was your last week?
That's Yard House and Morristown Mall, man. And we had a table of 14, and they get you in and get you out. It's awesome. Like, so the staff is like impeccable. So I recommend.
Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, the ones that hold it down, day ones and everything, baby mamas. You know, mothers. Quick current events. Shout out to my condolences to Officer Randall Hansen's family. He passed away the other day. Good friend of mine. My condolences. My prayers are with the family. He was a pillar of the community. It's a big loss to the community. Big loss. Shout out to my wife, my mother, and my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. We had them over for dinner the other day. So we have tonight an insane show. This is the first time ever. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had no guest. And we did it like that. And we set it up to where we have an incredible guest to bless the show in our third building. We have, from season 1, Lego Masters, Manny Garcia.
Word.
How you doing, Manny?
Hi, you guys. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. Excuse me for being all choked up and stuff, but thank you all for having me. Thank you guys for tuning in and being here with us, too. So it's a pleasure. It's a delight. Thank you, guys.
Pleasure,
What's up,
brother.
everyone? What's up?
Pleasure's
So
all ours,
any Lego Masters, any Lego Maniacs, any builders out there, you may want to tune into this show tonight. It's going to be a cool show. We're just going to have a chill conversation. Just, we're going to talk to Manny here.
Mm-hmm.
So Manny, tell us, how did you get intrigued into Lego? I mean, we probably have talked about this numerous times, but for those who are watching, they may want to know.
Good question. I get asked this all the time, how I got into Lego. It all started when I was 4, turning 5 years old. My dad, he bought me my first set, and ever since then, my birthday being so close to Christmas, I got Lego for my birthday and Christmas. So it was like a double whammy in my house for when it came to Lego. But ever since I was a kid, and I grew up, as an adult, and I became an adult fan of Lego, I still had that same love, enthusiasm, and passion over Lego. So it never left. So to answer that question, since I was 5, and it's been a part of my life and my family's life ever since. Yeah,
Close to 35 years almost.
something like that. Yeah,
Something like that, right?
Yeah,
Something like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I mean, now, for someone who don't know, what is an adult fan of Lego? What does
they make Lego sets nowadays, and to think that Lego's been a toy, for over 80 years. Yet again, each box, whichever box, whichever brand or theme or line of Lego, it has age appropriation. It has it's a guess on the age. Yet again, you find adults buying a box that says 8 to 12, for the age range. But yet again, we're still fans of it because the instructions, can still satisfy a 8-year-old's mind and a 30-year-old's mind. So I think Lego does a very amazing job in still captivating, adult minds, with all the amazing sets that they do, and again, the age, it's a suggestion on the box, but it still doesn't limit, an adult from buying it just because it says 8 to 12. So I think that's where the fan base comes, well, I'm gonna still buy it regardless, because the content in the box, you could still universally use it with other, Lego bricks. You could still intertwine it with anything that you have in your collection. So an adult fan of Lego is exactly that,
Bro,
an
some of the best
enthusiastic-
creations
yeah.
come from adult.
Yeah. I think
Not to take nothing away from the kids, man, but some of
I
the
think
best
that,
creations come from adults.
yeah,
man.
I think that the greatest thing about Lego is that you could put into a piece and you can add it to your whole entire mock or set. You can just keep adding as much
Bro,
as you
listen,
want.
Yeah.
yo, two people
Yeah.
I admire are Lego builders and the people that sculpture the sand, that make the sand stuff.
Okay.
Like out of sand, cause this dude made an alligator that would have had me avoid the beach. It looked real. But, yeah. You know what I mean? So like I always thought that was intriguing. So definitely with Lego makers as well. Like Lego makers, and I don't know what to call the sand people, but you know what I mean.
Sculpture.
Artists,
Yeah.
sculptors, and artists.
Them.
Lego builders call themselves artists as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, right?
Bro, it's some
Creators,
amazing
creators,
creations.
builders.
Absolutely.
You could say
You know,
creator.
Absolutely. It's amazing creations.
And so you said you're an adult fan. Are you a collector, builder, or both?
I'm both. Again, I'm enthusiastic. I'm a fanatic. Nowadays I find myself collecting. I never thought as a kid you
Right?
find yourself buying these sets and keeping them, and keeping the integrity and preserving the box and keeping all the pieces together. Because again, you're a kid, you play with this stuff, it gets loose or lost throughout the years. So it's funny how I grow up now in my 30s and I find myself buying or seeking out those sets, when I was a kid that I couldn't get. So I do consider myself a big time collector. And the best part, that I have a vast amount of Lego that I'm able to build. I'm able to do mocks, which is my own creation. Things that don't come with instructions. Things that are just completely organic. They come from
Top of your head.
anything. Yeah.
That's
freestyle.
That's. Shout out to all the viewers tuning in tonight. Much love, much respect.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So another thing, most people think how was the experience getting on the Lego Masters?
It was intense. The process it was quite tedious, and I'm thinking about it now. This was back in 2019, the end of 2019, and it was a casting process too. They were sending us emails back and forth, just to make sure and find out that we had what it takes to build with Lego. Again, Lego parts and elements. They're so good that again, somebody that's from 5 till 90 can still make something or create something out of Lego. So they had to make sure that you were building the right content. We can't have people going on the show and just building grenades or just
Right,
things that are not in the contents of like a family reality kid show, kid friendly show. So with all that being said, it was intense. They really wanted to know if we had what it takes to build with these elements and these parts. And the one thing that I believe me and Dad agreed on that really put us over the map was they emailed us saying, we have a challenge for you. We want you to build Santa's workshop in a monument or a building in New York City. My dad being from New York, he was like, let's recreate the Washington Square Arc in Washington Square Park. And that's exactly what we did. And we did Santa's workshop and incorporated that Santa workshop North Pole feel in, a structure in New York City. So it was that sort of content that they were looking for, that we were able to take, something that's whimsical and a fantasy of sort, but we still integrated into like a real national monument, a real structure that's still here in real life.
That's
So it
pretty
was
cool.
that sort of casting process and it was that specific build that took us, to. But it was intense, yeah.
And what I gotta say, for those who don't know, I mean, you were one of the most approachable individuals I've ever encountered. You're, humble, and some people say, the experience changes people. To
Yeah.
me, I mean, you you own your own business, and
Yeah.
you just went back to work like it was nothing, and humble, and when I encountered you, you're just so great, like always to sign a autograph and take a picture, you're, and I'm so impressed at how you are, with fans, and how so great with people and stuff.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for that. And again, I gotta thank my parents. I gotta thank all my friends. I have to thank God, of course. Our Creator, because He puts us in these in life. He puts us in these places, and we have to be equipped, and we have to have the right tools. So I thank God, for
The real
equipping me with
Lego
those
master right
tools
there.
and-
That's the real Lego
Yeah, yeah.
master.
Yeah. So I think I appreciate Lego. I love Lego because you apply Lego to things in life. When you invest in
Makes
Lego
you think.
into a box, yeah, it has a book of instructions. So just in life, if you want order, you follow instructions. We don't like being told what to do, but Lego gives you those instructions on, like, you can't get too ahead of yourself, because if you do, you're gonna miss out on parts. You're gonna miss out pieces.
You can relate
the
that to
final
life.
the final build, won't be internally intact, because later on, if you build this Lego car, it's 1,000 pieces, but when it's done, you got 5, 6 different pieces missing. Wait a minute, the minute you push it off, wheels coming off, the door, so you miss certain things, so that's why I appreciate
It's
Lego.
a deep concept.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
it's
deep
it's
concept.
crazy how you just put it. It's it's you could actually use that as a
A good analogy.
analogy to to life.
Yeah, basically.
Lego gives you these instructions, and yes, you can go above the instructions, but also you got to remember to stay on the
Yeah,
that path.
exactly.
You can exceed a little, but within reason. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty good that you put that as.
Another thing that Lego teaches me, is the victory part of it. You start with a chaotic mess of pieces, on the table. Yet again, when you accomplish it and you follow these steps, you find a victory. There's a sort of satisfaction, like, yeah, I accomplished that. Yeah, I built that. Yeah, I did that. Yet again, somebody else will be like, oh man, I can't do that. I can't build that. But yes, you can. The pieces are right here. The instructions right here. Follow the instructions, But
And even with people that don't want to follow instructions, they can build their own thing,
exactly,
and you can
yeah.
still have that exact feeling. It's like, man, I actually built that
Yeah.
without instructions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, is it possible, like, to do that, like, to go off of the instructions and master it so well that if you happen to do it again, you could kind of go off of memory?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's results may vary probably.
It's like a mental exercise. Lego's very repetitive, when it comes to certain builds and stuff, and you see it again in the instructions. It's just like a repetitive, trying to get through the alphabet. A plus B, C, and then eventually, you get to the end. So I think it's that repetitive. We know what's in the end. It's Z. It's the letter Z. Yet again, it's that repetitive pattern, in Lego that yeah, you're able to just create some of these builds,
Or the
Yeah, I think
journey,
it's amazing.
the journey that it takes to get to that, because it's so much more in the middle. Like, your starting point, and
Yeah.
you know what Z is, but the real magic is, like, in the middle, and it's like you want to be inside every single experience, like every single piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
techniques.
I got it.
There's certain elements that Lego introduces in all their sets and all their builds. So they keep pushing the limit every single month. When they release a new set or anything like that, they just push the boundaries because you're interested on seeing what new element, what new part the Lego come out with. Yet again, how could I use that, you know, with prior or past, you know, builds or stuff that I've, you know.
To incorporate other ideas with it.
Yeah.
And so I met you at a Brickfest show,
Yes.
or a Brickfest show. So what is the? I think we probably talked about that a little. What are the experiences like in those shows for you?
It's great. Me and my dad were brand ambassadors for Brickfest Live. So shout out to Brickfest Live and everything that they do, and
Shout out
for
to
bringing
shout out to Brickfest Live.
so many people together in a convention center. The experience was great, and I'm sure it's safe to repeat it. You know, like I told you when we did met, that one of the best things is meeting new people, meeting new fans of Lego. So me having this chance with Dad doing Brickfest Live was how this was able, you know. So one of the greatest experience is that it just keeps giving back, you know. Case in point, yeah, us sitting here and able to do this interview because we met on Brickfest Live. It's just great, and again, Lego is just that connector that brings people together. I mean, that's
Yeah,
you know.
I agree. I mean, you're.
Yeah,
That's a good analogy. Lego is just that connector.
yeah, Lego's that
it's,
connector.
It's
that,
like It's,
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did.
So
And what do you are you working on? What are you working on now? Now that you're not on the show, what do you work? You're working on your own productions, your own show. I mean, you still got to be you got to be busy. You got to be
I am
astronomically busy.
Yeah. So to answer that last question, how's it feel? And I was saying that to my friend driving out here. It's like a dream come true to a dream I never had. You know, people ask me, did you think that Lego would take you to where you at? I thought something. I thought Lego was gonna do something in my life. I just didn't think that it was gonna take me to that top. That was Lego Master.
Yeah, it's insane.
You know, like I thought I was gonna do something, but I just didn't think it was gonna take me straight to the title of Lego Master, the chance of being Lego
Yo,
Master.
you his
to
friend.
be
Does
on
he
that.
always speak this deep?
Yeah.
Like, hey, because he just said it's like a dream, like
A dream come true to
for a dream I never had. Like a lot of the stuff he be saying, I be catching it, and I'm like, damn, like it's a deep concept. I be trying to grasp a lot of the things that he's saying, but I can't hold them all, so I'm just in the moment. I'm just pretty much. So I had to ask you because I'm like, you know him.
Manny, did you have you met? Wait a minute. Let me reintroduce you. Billy the Kid is very methodical with words, and he is. You gotta.
But at the same time, like
he
I listen
appreciates.
out for him too. Yeah,
he
absolutely,
appreciates that.
absolutely. The wordplay, like the wordplay
Yeah.
of it all. You know what I mean? Because like at the end of it, like when everything is said and done, I usually wait till the end of the interview to say this.
But he's got it.
But it's
He's-
like
he's
yo,
got it, just like,
you know,
wait a minute.
like you definitely got a way, you know, with your words, man. Like I like the way you put that. You know, you were so humble inside your answers. And it's just like you got so many coming out. I'm like, damn. So, and I'm trying to grasp them, but you got so many concepts that are analogies that I put inside my head. But I'm gonna forget them. You know what I mean? So I'm just in the moment. I'm just in the moment, and you know, I'm gonna listen.
And to answer that question, what do I do after Lego Masters? I'm very much a father. I have a 16-year-old, 12-year-old daughter. So besides everything else, we're all put on positions. We just have to play those positions. You know, again, God, he put me in the position of a father, a son, a friend. You know, I'm a barber as well. You know, I've been cutting hair for 17 years. So I still have my barbershop, and now I've always thought that I've been in that great spot where I could help others. You know, I could help other men with whatever difficulty that they're going through. You know, a barbershop is like that cornerstone of the neighborhood. So I'm happy and I'm glad nowadays that I'm in that position where I could lead and instruct and, you know, have the right words, you know, as you could see, that I could instruct and mold somebody.
I get it. You
know?
know, especially once you said a barber, because when you do barber and you do Legos, a lot of your life is centered around concentration.
Yeah. And I talk to people and I'm like, you know, what's the plans this summer? What are we? My way of thought is always on living towards something that we're planning to do. Again, when it comes to Lego, it's like I'm planning to finish this, and when I finish this, you know, I'm gonna marvel at you know, I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna, you know, do whatever, you know. So I think life's the same way. We plan ahead, you know, and we just gotta build to see that final that final piece.
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha.
I guess, I mean, he just say,
It's
say it how you put it.
You know, it's like Legos, man, we all trying to build to get that final piece. Man,
Yeah.
be deep.
Manny, man, my brother Manny,
You know what I mean?
deep.
I like that though because it flow. You know what I mean? Like it's so second nature. So that's exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm amazed by that. I'm intrigued by that, man. But and at the end of the day, it's all still paying homage to your craft. You know what I mean? Because you're a master builder, man. And and then when you said barber, I'm like, you need concentration. Like because you gotta have a vision for all of that too. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, it's coming together. It makes sense. You know what I mean? And in no way, shape, form, or fashion, there's like, okay, it makes sense. He's a barber and he do Legos. I got it figured out. No, sir. I don't know what the hell is about to come out of his mouth next, but it's a flow. You know what I mean? So it's a flowing. Awesome. My bad. I'm sorry I had to bring you into this, but I'm like, yo, is he always like this? But I mean, that's a good thing. Word. Man, yeah,
Is it?
conversation.
Yeah.
Like, or also with a bartender, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the bartender hears plenty of stories. So when you come with yours, he is like already working on how to craft up a solution. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, you know what I mean? So it's like I get it, but at the same time, it's like I'm intrigued. Like damn, like like rap. If this was like rap, it's like he's spitting bars. You know what I mean? Like damn, like he dropping gems.
Word.
So, I mean, it's definitely a great honor to have you on our show. I mean, he is, like I said, he blessed our show, the first official show with a guest in the new spot.
Right.
We're still under construction.
Absolutely.
You can see there's like wood back there, stuff like. I mean, there's.
I wish the cameras would be able to get a close up
I mean, we can.
of this watch that he has.
One day we can actually go. I mean, he can go up and show the watch.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, it's up to him.
I don't want to, you ain't got to get all the way up and do it. He got this cool.
For those who
Lego
ever
watch.
watch and wants to see his watch,
It's
it's
cool
like
Lego
it's
watch.
like the Lego Rolex of Lego.
And
So
like I don't know what to pay more attention to. It's like the watch, the words, the watch, the concepts, and I'm just like, man. But you said something that actually stuck, man. Like you stuck, and you was like, damn, I forgot just that fast. But a lot of your concepts and analogies, man, just like keep coming back to me. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, it's like having a dream come true.
To a dream I never had.
Yeah, to a dream I never had, bro. I'm like, man, and that just keep coming back like a damn boomerang. And it's like a whole bunch of other stuff.
That I have to shout out Corey Samuels. He's actually from here in New Jersey. He was a Lego master, Brothers Who Break. And last show that we did, he put it like that, and I took it because again we were all in that same position. So after he said that, I was like, I could relate. It's something that I really wasn't prepared for, but they saw it in me. They actually flew me out to LA to North Hollywood just to see us and to see if we really were who we were. And after like half a day, they were like, yeah, great, you guys are on the show.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, right?
I think your work is just like like your words that you put together. So they wanted to see that. Like, nah, bring him in. Let's see. Let's see if that's real. And when you did it, it's like, oh.
but nothing for nothing. For those who watched the show,
I was there with my dad.
He
So
was.
It was
they were
a
the coolest.
partnership.
Yeah.
It was a partnership with my dad, and let my dad tell it. He's like, he doesn't do Lego like that. I'm the big one with Lego. So even on the show, they say it. They were like, Nestor, how does it feel, taking orders from your son? He was all right with it because he believed in me. He knew that whatever we said we were gonna build, we were gonna build.
Yeah, they petty.
Not only that, we put it as, I'm Michael Jordan, he's Scottie Pippen. He's there to assist. When I was hot in the paint, when I had, something, my dad was here like, yeah, keep doing that. Whatever color pieces you need, let me know. I'll go get it for you in the brick pit. So that was the sort of
He was like the
relationship
coach.
that
He was like your coach, but it was like he was like
he
your
was the
assistant.
dad, so obviously
Yeah,
I'm gonna take
yeah.
console on my dad, but he's doing what I'm telling him to do. As weird as it sounds. But we were
you're utilizing his services.
Yeah, exactly.
You're utilizing his services.
But the thing is, they worked well as a team.
Absolutely.
Like, it was
Chemistry.
just-
For sure.
Chemistry.
Yeah, it was a lot of chemistry.
So I'm only as great, as as a team on Lego Masters because of my dad. You know, I'm only as great because of my dad. So shout out to my dad.
Shout out to Dad. Yeah.
So, and I guess to keep going, that's what makes me as an individual. One thing that my parents taught me: everyone's different. Oh, the best thing God created, everyone's different. You know, so that's something that we can't change, something that we have to accept. You know, the faster that we have that realization that, you know, we have to accept that there are individuals, people that are different. So when we start embracing that sort of concept that, you know, well, this guy built this, you know, in all black. Well, it doesn't matter, you know, he still built it with Lego. It's his creation, you know, whatever. You know, just let me live. And if I want to build something in all pink, you know, what are you going to, you know. Right. So it's that sort of individualism that we have to embrace, that creativeness that we have to really, again, embrace in all things, whether it be Lego or just whatever. Yeah.
To connect.
No
pun intended.
No, that's a pretty good analogy there.
Nah, hey, look, he started it when he said something connect, and it went over everybody's head, and I was like, I see what you did there.
Because that's actually how we met. We met in Brickfest Live in Edison, New Jersey.
Yep.
So again, you know, with full transparency, he came up to me at being a Hispanic, and that's something that we don't see in this Lego community. So he shouted me out. He was like, Manny Nestor, you know, big ups to you being Boricua, being Spanish, doing what you're doing. So then, you know, I noticed, you know, and I saw that in him, you know, that orgullo, that pride in being a Hispanic. But not only that, but also in Lego, you know, the love and passion.
Absolutely.
So he was
I had
exhibiting.
my son with me too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Drug him out, yeah.
Showing that he's a father, introducing, you know, everyone and his a fan for Lego, and his kids seeing that. That's something that I picked up, especially me being with my dad. So I'm like, you know, this is a father, you know, doing Lego, showing, and being Hispanic.
Yeah, triple entendre right there.
Which is something that you rarely see. So when I met Raph, I was like, well, yeah, naturally, you know, I'm gonna meet this guy. I'm gonna get to know this dude because again, the mindset was sane. It was something, you know, nothing ill-willed about it.
You broke it down with all those entendres. You're like, Spanish guy, connection in Lego for his kids. You know what I mean? So it was only right that, look, no pun intended. It was only right that connected. You know, that was a connection.
That's why we, you know, we clicked. We, you know, it was like, yo, cool people, you know, like, and I didn't even think, you know, we this was just an idea, right, to have you on the show. It was like we were joking and we're like, let's cement it.
Basically,
you know, you know what I'm saying?
We had another person that was exhibiting at Brickfest Live, Evan. You know, he brought out a V8 motor, and that same Saturday, he suggested dinner. You know, me and Dad were not from the area. I don't know if you knew of the restaurant.
I knew that, yeah.
But it was not that hard for us to second doubt and second guess. Oh, who am I saying that next to dinner? Even though we all met, we still, you know, linked up, met up at this restaurant, ate, you know, like we've done it for years, all because of that love and enthusiasm, passion for Lego. So,
it was definitely a pleasure meeting them.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah,
same.
it was definitely. It was you know, it was like, you know how it was just eating in Edison. It was like sitting with a whole bunch of guys who I went to high school with.
Right.
It's like not, and I'm not taking anything from the ladies that were there. I'm just saying, in general, it just, like you said, it felt like, it felt like
organic.
We're just chilling, like the whole, like it was,
like
we knew each other for years.
Like, you know, it's like, like a magnetic piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, attack the other pice. Absolutely.
So you said you have a website, right? You have a website?
Yeah, getintobuilding.com. It started about a year and a half ago. That's where you can see all the latest and greatest news, you know, me and Dad are doing. You can find all social media platforms on there. Getintobuilding.com, YouTube, GetBricks. So, yeah, guys, check it out. You know, if you want to see some.
You on Instagram?
Instagram, certified Lego boy, the one and only, you know.
Yeah, man,
Viva Lego. Certified Lego boy, as you know.
I like
CLB.
that. I see what you did there.
CLB,
I see what you did there,
know?
too. Yeah. That's Drake's album.
Yeah, CLB right there. So, Certified Lego boy, you can follow me on Instagram.
So
see what you did
and
there.
you've managed to make this a part-time, not just a. You've managed to make this, like, take this as a collection and addiction thing, as a hobby, and to make this a full part-time business.
Yeah. So and get into building with my studio, Gip Bricks, GIB Bricks. Anybody could take a box of Legos, that they bought in whatever store, and if it's 300 pieces, yeah, it has an instruction that comes with the box. Yet again, with those 300 pieces, you could create anything. And then they have ideas.lego.com, in which if you submit any of your ideas on there, it could potentially become a official Lego set. So based on that concept, me seeing that, yeah, I do have a long years of expertise, dealing with elements and parts. Now I do it virtually. I do it with a software. So nowadays, anyone, could build something digitally, build a rendition of basically anything, and submit it on Lego Ideas. Yet again, in my website, I do my own mocks, my own creations, things that I build with Lego parts, but it's not official Lego. So I sell instructions. I'm trying to get into selling, like sets of just things that I have built, in my studio, like a catalog of just
Like your own
neat
mocks.
builds, neat mocks, that I'm sure fans and people out there will appreciate, in the community. So nowadays I'm just working on that. I have another big, introduction. I'm gonna do Timmy the Monkey from episode 3, the Cut in Half challenge. So we plan on having the miniature build of Timmy the Monkey as 33 pieces. So you guys stay tuned for that. We're real excited for that. And me and Dad, we have our own Lego minifigs, that we sell at our shows and stuff. And we're gonna try to have them on the website. So yeah,
That's pretty cool to have your own minifig. That's big, right? Like
Absolutely. What? Bro.
he
I wish I had a action figure of me.
he literally said he's gonna help me.
Serious?
He's gonna help me make my own. So
yeah,
Listen,
of course.
that'd be awesome. And market it, man.
right. Could you imagine?
Bro.
Could you imagine me like? I gotta get in the ladder break.
With Atlanta Braves.
Gotta have it a ladder
Whatever
break.
it is, gonna be Atlanta Braves on it. Or Eagles, something like that.
Or the Sixers. They're playing tonight, by the way.
Like, yeah,
Hopefully
you're
we're
right.
doing good.
And I found out how to stream. My bad. I'm sorry. I don't mean to take the momentum. I found out how to stream on my TV, so I might be able to check it out.
I mean, the Sixers is on regular TV. Oh, you don't have cable,
Right.
Oh. That's for another. That's for another one.
Man.
That's for another one.
It took me forever to do it, but I got it.
Manny, it's definitely a pleasure having you on the show.
Oh no, pleasure's all mine. Thank you guys for having me and for the invite.
Listen,
I feel like we need to invite what's his name, Mark Savio, because he's been commenting in.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Mark.
So
Okay,
he's been
Mark
commenting
Savio.
in, and
What's
I mean,
up, Mark? How you
he's
doing,
been
Mark?
hanging
Talk to
on
him,
to
talk
every
to him.
single word. He's been hanging on to every single word that y'all been saying. He was like, great community it is. That's how Hollywood talks. It takes time, Ralph. Because I was like, so he was following a lot of the conversations, and I wanted to, chime in, but the conversations was all so deep. And his
Replies
last
to some of
comment,
the
he said-
comments.
He said,
Mark?
good
How you
burgers.
doing,
What's up, Mark?
He said they were good burgers. He was like, just like old friends getting back together. It felt
Yeah,
like
he was with
So
us.
I wanted to include him in in this conversation, man. Because like I see your comments, man, and the brothers here just they going in talking. So I wanted to include him on in there. 'Cause
Yeah, Mark was with us. Mark was
and
out to eat with us
I
too.
could tell he was too, because he was like good burgers, and he was like old friends getting back together, man. So what's up, Mark?
Shout out to Mark.
I made sure you made it to the
Shout out
conversation.
to Mark. Yeah, he was exhibiting also at Brickfest Live. Thank you, Mark, for that Saturday afternoon. And again, when I was mentioning that earlier and why I brought that up, I was thinking of Mark too. Evan, and again, all the brilliant minds in this community. That even though we're from different walks of life, we're very different. Again, as individuals. To think that Lego just brought us together and we had that casual, sit down and we could all relate. We were all
absolutely.
one as humans and we had that same love for Lego.
It'd be great if Lego can bring the whole world together, right?
Bring them
You
together.
know what I'm saying?
Connect.
Yeah, like, you know,
yeah, it'd be nice.
It'd be great. It would. Unfortunately, it's not that easy, but
One piece at a time.
Right, one piece at a time.
No, one piece at
One
a time.
piece at a time.
Yeah. focus on
Awesome
the pieces
stuff.
that we got.
You got anything before we almost close out?
Man, listen, man. Like right now, man, I'm just letting the conversation flow, man. I'm going for the journey, for the ride, man.
So Manny, in a couple of years, where do you see yourself? And I ask every guest this.
That's
Where
a
you see
put you
yourself?
on. It's a put you on blast type of question.
Good question. I might be ahead of myself. I might be ahead. I've said this before, so I feel comfortable saying it now. I sort of know what's gonna happen in the next 30 years of my life. I'm very consistent. Even my dad recognizes that. My son's consistent. My son does this. And he's done it for a while. Again, I've been cutting hair for 17 years now, and I see myself, safe to say, God willing, and if God permits, me doing the same, cutting hair, in my 60s. I'm 38. So God willing, I find myself being, old-time barber, cutting hair, and still being a father. Obviously, I got 2 daughters, so that's the things, that I see, with the good graces and with the faith of the good Lord, me being a good father.
Right back to God.
Me,
back to God.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate level of humble. There's different levels of humble, and that's that ultimate because he keep giving, as they say, he's just giving God the glory.
Yeah, again, we're put on different positions in this world, but what position do we play in God's kingdom? So I keep that in mind. I think He made me a father, a son, a friend. So many positions. What position do I play in Him? And then He keeps blessing us. If we put that work to plant that seed. And.
Man, listen,
Yeah.
The answers are way ahead of their time. And I saw.
And
when
we're
you
here
caught-
talking
when-
Lego, though.
We're just talking Lego, right? We're just talking Lego.
I saw once he started thinking, and he was like, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, and I might be getting ahead of myself. And it's like when he broke it down, all I could say was like, damn, like that answer was ahead of its time. And it's like, and I ain't say it because you was just saying I don't want to get ahead of myself.
I don't.
like,
But
damn.
again, God willing.
Absolutely. Man.
I love what I do. I have a passion also for cutting hair. If you can see my man's fade, he's on point. So
I'm gonna have to take.
I glimpsed on. I ain't want to say nothing, man. But hey, listen, man. My man haircut was on point, man. I peeped it when we came in. But he said he was
I'm gonna have to come take the drive to ride out to him.
Yeah. So I appreciate what I do, and again, I'm sorry. This is just my sinuses and stuff, but I greatly appreciate what I do. I hope that in the next 20 years, I'm still doing what I'm doing. So yeah.
Word.
Manny, what is your top 3 favorite Lego sets?
The 1996 Technic Space Shuttle. That was a fun build. That's like an old school vintage, set. As a kid, it was just too expensive for me to have. But again, as I grew as an adult, I was able to get it, and it's a thing for so many years. Not being able to build it and then building it, it was a treat, a complete delight. As far as other, the Captain Metalbeard Sea Cow. When
Is that the ship? The ship?
Yeah, so I saw the Lego movie. I'll never forget it. And I have my daughters, and I'm seeing the movie. I'm staring at the screen, and once I saw that scene with that ship, there was like just this light, in luminance. I was like, I wish, Lego makes that into a set. I was just like wishful thinking. All of a sudden, summer of 2014, that movie dropped.
Yeah.
They come out with the set, $250. I immediately went and got it. That was fun. The first set that I spent 8 hours straight building. Again, true delight, because again, it's a sense of accomplishment. And you're in your 5th hour, and you're like, man, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. I want to go to sleep. but you have this sense of accomplishment, and you could be as tired, 8 hours tired, breaking night. Yet again, you feel victorious. You slayed. And I have that mindset. People ask me, what do you think? What are you thinking? I'd be like, I'm like King Arthur. I'm like swinging a sword, swinging Excalibur. We're gonna slay, we're gonna conquer everything in a day, and we're gonna have a victory, just like that. Whatever. And if you don't have that tool, if you don't have that sword, well, you know what? The great, Lord, He gives us the tools or the knowledge to make these tools. Sorry. So if you don't have the tools, we could still, make it happen. We still have to slay. We still have to.
So he picked. So once again, Manny picked my top 3 and made it a lesson. Much respect. I got much respect for you, brother.
I think I got another one. The Batmobile too. I have so many.
Which one? Which one? There's a couple. There's a couple Batmobiles there.
Not the last one that they did. The one that came out like in 2004. It's like 1,700 pieces, something like that. It's like I don't know if it was so much based on a movie.
I have it up on
my.
I have two.
I have it up on my Instagram. It's like
the new one that they recently.
No, not the.
I got 3 of those in boxes, and then one of the old, the small black one that's like this big.
All right.
I don't have the big one.
I have the big one from like the early 2000s. Bills, what about you? You got any Legos? I mean, you.
No, my son does. My son does, man. And listen, man. Like every cliche is real. I step on them, and it is the worst. It's the worst.
I remember that. I shared that meme.
My son got a set.
I shared a meme.
And I don't know what the set is. I don't know what it is because I hadn't paid it no attention. But I promise that before the end of the night, I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to Ralph because my son is into that now. Yeah, and all I know is
Lego.
Yeah, and all I know is I've stepped on some recently.
My son, surprisingly, was into Lego since he was 2.
My son likes Legos, Cobra Kai, and Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, those.
Those are all kinds of toys, and then just Lego.
I mean, yeah, Lego again. It's that one universal toy.
It made its way.
Everyone knows.
It made its way to
Lego.
my house. It did.
Yeah,
it's in my house now.
There's a picture that my wife took of me during Mother's Day, and I'm sitting there putting something together. So my son managed, I went to Mother's Day to the Lego store and bought him a little cop car, one of those little cop cars. So I put it together, and he took this piece that wasn't even a part of the car and put it on there and made it a cop light.
Okay.
At 3 years old, did that. So that's pretty. I thought that was pretty dope that he did that himself.
Individual, something different, So
Hey, Bark said the 1989 Batmobile. That was the Michael Keaton.
Not that. No, it wasn't that one. It's actually worth the
but
Google
89,
search here.
89. That was Michael Keaton. That movie, and he's trying to make a return. To Batman, I believe.
I don't know.
I think I heard something.
Michael who?
Michael Keaton. I think I heard something that trying to make a return for Batman. I might have to look that up.
Maybe see. I don't know. You get the comments.
Yeah.
I don't get the comments. Who's commenting?
Oh, so your phone is going through what my phone usually goes through.
Shout out to Nick. What's up, Nick? Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Dawn, Elijah, George, Marianne, Dan, Sam, Rich, Lewis, Dan, definitely Mark.
Big ups to everyone that's on the stream. Thank you guys for being on. And it's the Batmobile, the Ultimate Collection Edition.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's set 10. No, it's set 7784 for everyone who's interested on which build it was, what Batmobile we're talking about.
How big is that?
It's as big as the 89. It's
big.
Okay.
Yeah.
It almost kind of. So that's not the 1989 version though.
No.
Because like it kind of modeled it a little bit.
If
I'm mistaken, like Michael Keaton is supposed to be making an appearance in Flash 2023 as Batman.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I got.
So that might actually spawn a.
I knew I heard
Return
something.
of a Batman.
I knew I heard something like that. Michael
you're
Keaton
hearing it here.
was supposed to be
You're hearing it
picking
here
up
now.
he's supposed to be picking up the Batman uniform again.
That'd be cool. I think he was one of the best to do it. In my opinion, I don't know.
I mean, Christian Bale, too.
Everybody knows who the best Joker was.
I know the best Batman, was Will Arnett. He plays the best, They go.
He does. Yes.
Look,
actually, yes, in the cartoon
DC
version.
is doubling down on their superhero multiverse plans with the return of Michael Keaton for Batman Beyond.
Well, that's gonna be pretty good. Well, you
That's
learned
what I've
something
been
new.
hearing.
You learned something new. Ian, I didn't know that.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be totally honest. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I got away with this.
Ready? Almost ready.
I stole a Batman, a Joker, and a Robin from Quaker Bridge Mall. I'm gonna say it now because I've been holding on to this guilt for years since I was like 6 years old.
You gotta say that now.
I know.
I'm gonna come arrest you now.
I'm long gone after that, man. But I was like 6, 7 years old, man. We was at Quaker Bridge Mall. We was upstairs. My sister and them was busy doing something, and they had the little action figures close, like to the entrance. So I just kind of kneeled down. I was tying my shoe, and I took a Batman, a Joker, and a Robin. Sorry, Quaker Bridge Mall.
He said
I thought I
sorry.
would just say that.
Well, we're gonna leave you with that. Shout outs.
Man, shout out, man, to the guests that came, man. Definitely interesting to know about. And now that I think about it, Lego has made its way into my house with my son. So
Everybody
shout
has
out to
Lego in
y'all.
their house.
Yeah,
Everybody has Lego in their house.
I didn't initially. I do now. So definitely
You
shout
have
out
more.
to y'all though.
You
And
have
I'm
more.
gonna take a picture and I'm gonna send it to you before this night is over. And shout out to all the fam, man. See mom, friends, colleagues, all of y'all.
Appreciate everyone that tuned in to the stream. And again, thank you guys for having me on this Tuesday. Again, blessed to everyone and keep building out there. I come out, invoking that, and me and Dad we're real big on Lego and how it was a big part of our family. So that's something that we highly advocate. It's if you're looking into something to unify those family ties and bonds, in whichever household, Lego. I mean, anything that's constructive, that's edifying, that people could put together and do collectively. I mean, why not? So. Again, thank you guys for allowing me to have that opportunity to say that here. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Yeah.
Well, we're the Freestyle Freaks on Hamilton Radio. We appreciate everybody tuning in locally around the world. On Facebook. Shout out to Billy. Shout out to Manny for coming in. Taking a. He's not down the street. He lives in the Delaware Valley, but he wasn't down the street, so he took a long ride out to come out here. So we appreciate it.
And shout out to Dad. I just got the text. I just got the message, Mom. I'm seeing you guys. Dad, I love you guys. Mom, I love you. Shout out to
Dad. Nestor. Shout out to Nestor.
Dad. So love you, Dad. I'll see you soon. Shout out to Mom, the whole family, everyone out in the Lehigh Valley and Bethlehem, Allentown East. And if you guys are tuning in, thank you guys, and everybody here out in Jersey. Appreciate the love. Thank you for having me. So.
Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my daughter, my son. Everybody is part of my life. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Ruben for having us. Shout out to Gino. Shout out to Monk. Shout out to all of Hamilton Radio and all the shows. We're the Freestyle Freaks. I'm Ralphie Rodden. HamiltonRadio.net. We're out. Somebody's calling me from I don't know where, but we're out. We're the Freestyle Freaks on Hamilton Radio. We're out.
Peace.
I don't know who this is. From Louis.